Hello, hello. It is Friday, May 26th, 2023, and we are here for the daily transmission. Please say hello wherever you are. This day is chaos. I don't know how much you can hear out here. I've been talking about it all week. It is just like, whew, the good Lord is testing me right now. I will be honest with you. It is just there's banging, there's beeping, there's buzzing. If there's not one, it's another. And so today is one of those days where I am so grateful for my practice. I am so grateful that I started today developing my foundation, starting from core stability, because if I did not, I would be probably shouting out my window. I would not be the best version of myself. I would not be patient enough to tune this out momentarily so that I can tune in here. And that's really the beauty of knowing yourself, having total self-awareness on a physical, emotional, spiritual, energetic level, but not just having self-awareness. Self-awareness is not enough. Me having self-awareness, knowing that sound in particular is sound is important for all of us. But as a line 5 in the body with many other like notes that I could call out, sound is a really important part of my core stability. Having awareness of that is all well and good, but if I'm not doing what I need to do to develop that foundation and to be able to call back my power and to not step into reactivity or repressiveness, that's where we pull in the like physical, intentional, let's call it the karma yoga, right? That we are taking action to break patterns and create new karma in our lives. So on that note, I have been getting so many messages. People are already so excited. And like even my clients yesterday, I had a couple of people asking me, so I heard you're bringing ENRICH back. And like, I almost want to call it something else because it's going to be so different that I can't expect, like, if you're expecting it to be like it was before, it's not going to be. But I think that that's great. The last post that I just put on my Substack, it is an Ask Mama Capricorn, right? A Dear Mama Capricorn question. And it's actually the perfect example of what it is that I want to do with this evolved version of ENRICH. I know, Natalie, who am I? What day is this? Are we even alive? What reality did we step into? How am I sitting here talking about this right now? I know it's true. So you can go and you can listen to the full Ask Mama Capricorn response, because I actually did like a video reply. I listened back to it this morning. It was really good. And it's also a really fun one for people who are kind of like new to human design or a little human design nerdy, because the person in question, or the person asking the question, is a reflector. And so it's a really fun one to look at. And it was one of those questions that, we all get as astrologers. She was asking me about money and what's my money story. And it was just right there. It was really, really good. But having the awareness of the story in the astrological profile, and then even having the awareness of how this affects the energetic body, that is where we had left it in ENRICH, like was helping to repattern your mental, right? The stories of the karma, right? Because when we talk about karma is not necessarily like, like positive or negative. It's literally just, I'm reliving. It's a story. It's a pattern that I believe I am reliving over and over again. And so when we talk about the original version of ENRICH and using NLP with human design, that was what the intention was to help you identify the karma patterns so that you could mentally rewrite that and then make new choices. Now, the problem with that, which is like really what I'm so grateful for, like having this break with human design for a bit, was that I got to develop these more physical practices and have this connection of really understanding the energetics, not just in an intellectual way, not just seeing, oh, it's this center, this center, this center, but actually seeing how that comes into play when we're talking about the mind-body connection. And so, there's all different stuff that I'm going to be incorporating into this. But I mean, with this particular person, I got to show her, I'm like, okay, so if you're a 1-3, with that 3, we need movement in the body, like physical movement in the body. And then we could identify some other things in her chart that told me that mindfulness was really important to helping her to gain that core stability. And this is what it's all about, because you can't create the new karma. The hardest part of shifting, not just identifying the old patterns, not just deciding this is what I want. And if you are someone who has gotten to that point, you've been able to identify the root patterns of, what it is that's holding you back. You've been able to rewrite that story. And, here's what I would like to be creating. Here's what I'm creating now. I am now, in the flow of universal abundance or whatever. But if you don't believe that in your body, if your nervous system hasn't adjusted to the new story, you're not going to be able to hold it. You might be able to call it in. You might be able to have like an experience of it. But when it comes time to sustaining that, you don't believe that it's possible for you. And so you're going to do whatever it is that you need to do, whether consciously, unconsciously, to sabotage that, to create the karma that you believe is your karma. And so what do we do with this? We have to repattern the body. We have to repattern our nervous system. And that is where the physical practice of yoga comes in. That's where the breathwork practice, that's where the mantra practice. And so I literally have like sound bowls getting delivered today. I have some chimes that I plan on bringing into my practice. I'm just so excited to finally have, I feel like, a holistic solution, right? I've got like a holistic plan, and I've been testing this out a little bit already with my incubator students, so it's not just me getting to see this. And, we've got all different profile lines in there as well. From, we don't have any ones in the body, but we've got 2 all the way to 6, right, in there. And so it's a really good, like, test group, I guess, which they all know, but like, thanks y'all, for watching how we add in the physical practice with the self-awareness. It's like you could do one or you could do the other, and it could take years and years for you to have progress. But when we bring this all together, we're talking about shifts that they have been trying to work on for years in less than 3 months. We're not even done with this program yet. And I know that I've experienced some ridiculously radical shifts in the last year. And the coolest thing about it is that it's not like a shock to the system. It's not something that I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Or, oh my God, I can't believe, that I like, oh my gosh, I'm like manifesting everything that I want. Like, no, it's like, of course it is. Of course it is. It's very calm. It's expected. Like, of course it is. And that's what I want. That's what I always wanted ENRICH to be. And so it's not going to be like, I'm not going to teach it in the form of a business program. I'm not going to teach it. I'm sure that there are going to be people who are going to want to use it that way. And like, Godspeed, go for it. Please do. Like, if you are someone who uses either yoga, asana, pranayama, right? If you are a breathwork practitioner, sound healer, if you're someone like that, you're going to love this program. If you are someone who studies human design, if you're somebody who studies astrology, if you're somebody who loves like typing systems and things like that, you're going to love this program. So I totally encourage you to use it professionally if that's something that you'd like to do, when it comes time for me to release this. But it's not necessarily for that. Like, I intend to have retreat experiences built out around this program. I intend to have, long-term incubator programs. I intend to have like long-term one-on-one mentorship programs, so that we can help you to identify your natural patterns, your natural rhythms. Like, I have clients now who are talking about, wow, this is the easiest spring of my life. And spring is usually really hard for me, but because I knew, that this is my slow season. We've already established that. I was able to prepare a season ahead of it. And now this season is easy. And I'm already excited about the next one. That's what I want for you. I want more flow. I want more ease. I want more peace. I want more joy. Like, what that actually looks like externally isn't as important to me. Whether you have a business, whether you have a 9 to 5, whether you live on your inheritance, like my friend who, again, we have that video response over on Substack. Thank you so much for your question. Doesn't matter what you're doing. If you are doing it from a place of peace and joy and overflow, like, my job is done here. Like, great, awesome, perfect. So, yeah, that's all I really have today. I'm so excited to bring this out. Don't expect it to be coming right away unless, I don't know. I'm not going to say that it's not, but I just don't anticipate it to happen like that. I have a lot of other like mental work that I'd like to do here, because transparently, I intend to like rewrite everything. So if you're all like heretic-y about that, if you're all like, oh no, that's blasphemous, like Ra said, you are not gonna like it here. Like, I am not the one for you. But if you want to learn from someone who is going to teach you how to become an interpreter of your own design, if you want someone who's going to teach you how to be able to have that empowerment yourself and to be able to create your own language, like, then yeah, let's go on a fucking ride together. It's going to be super fun. It's the last day of school, y'all. I get to go pick up my second grader. She's done with second grade. I have an almost third grader. What is life? What is time? And yeah, so that's what I'm doing this afternoon. And then also studying for my YTT test tomorrow. Drew, I will see you there. Yeah, and I'm also gonna party at Wax Motif this weekend. Wax Motif, I love you. I'll see you Sunday, and I'll see the rest of you on Monday. Maybe a little bit later though, because of the Wax Motif thing on Sunday. So just FYI. The transmission may be a little bit more like around noon. We'll see how it goes. Let's fucking go. We're gonna party. Okay, that's enough from me. I will be bringing a second outfit or a third outfit or whatever it is that we need on Sunday. It's gonna be dope. We're gonna have the best time, and I hope that you all have the best time this weekend. Enjoy this Leo moon. It is like void of course all the way until like late tonight. So no big decisions, just like easy breezy day. Like, don't take things too seriously. Just try to like put that off until tomorrow if you can. Okay, that's it. Loving you so much. Have a beautiful Friday, and I will see you Monday. Bye, fam.